Hey YouTube, fellow pipe smokers, this is Matthias the Meerschaum Man. It is Sunday evening and out in the man cave having a nice smoke. Of Delta Mojo. Big Star Cigar, courtesy of my man Crossroads Greg. I'm smoking it in my Andrew Marks 1977 pipe. My birth year pipe, but also a stunning indie pipe maker from the day, Andrew Marks from Vermont. I found this pipe, I believe, at my local brick and mortar as an estate pipe, and I jumped all over that thing. A plateau, it's gorgeous, straight grain, some flame grain on the backside. It's a beautiful pipe. Had the heat cranked out here. It's quite cold already, but soon to be dropping into the negative teens, actual temperature sometime by tomorrow afternoon. But on my way home from church tonight, I got a little story, then a question, so I want to get some responses from everybody out there. I think I know how many of you would respond, because I would imagine many of you YouTube pipe smokers are good people. But let me tell you the story first and get some responses from you. On my way home from church tonight, I stayed after to talk to a few people. I needed to give some counsel to somebody, and so my wife and kids left early, and I stuck around. And on my way home, there was a car that was stopped with their flashers on, a truck, and three people standing outside, and they had a flat tire. And I stopped and asked if they were okay. They said no, they hadn't. They couldn't get the spare off. So I didn't have any kids with me, so I pulled over and got out and went to see if they needed any help. And they had a Ford, and my SUV is a Mercury, and so very similar in terms of tools. But my my tool that goes in the back and helps to twist down the tire, the spare from underneath, and drop it down was probably about 1.5 inches or 2 inches too short, so it didn't work. And we tried and tried. Freezing, snowing, slushy, people flying by, overpassing a highway. When you know it, that on a fairly busy evening, I was the only person to stop. Several others slowed down. A couple trucks that were very similar Fords to this truck that was stopped slowed down, and there were men in it. Gave a little nod and kept on their way, flying by. As soon as they kind of slowed down, they just took off. And I even stood in the middle of the street and waved down a few people to see if they could help before we called a tow truck. But my question to you is that just something people don't do anymore at all? Stop and help people? I'm not allowed to do that when I have kids in a car. That's a rule that my wife told me that was going to happen, and it makes a lot of sense. I don't even do it when we're all in the car together. It just doesn't. Too many crazies. But if I'm by myself, of course I'm going to get out and help people. They look terrible. I ended up getting in my car, and I had some old cardboard in there. We laid it on the ground and tried to do our best, but what what would you do? What would you do in that situation if you're driving, night, anytime during the day, I guess? Would you stop and help somebody who looked stranded and needed help? Even if somebody else was there, would you slow down and stop? Or would you just keep going by without a care in the world? I couldn't do that, and I never will do that. So, what do you think? Let me know. And this Delta Mojo is a great tobacco. Can definitely taste the Virginias. A little spiciness of the Perique, but definitely some Latakia. I really enjoy it. It's a very nice tobacco. All the great reviews that people were putting out there when it first came out, and they're dead on. Great tobacco. So if you want to get some from Big Star Cigar, Delta Mojo, give them a phone call there. Their number's on the website, bigstarcigar.com, and get some. This is the Meerschaum Man. Have a great week. Don't forget to post a comment or two about what you would do in that situation. And just love to hear from you. And take care. God bless. Cheers.